In this video, we're going to solve trigonometric functions. As you know, there are 6 trigonometric functions: sinus, cosinus, tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant. We can ask you to solve a trigonometric functions involving either of these functions. The first functions we're going to solve here is cosinus. First of all, let let's write cos theta equal x to make it much easier. So everywhere I see cosinus, I can replace it by x. So I would have 2x power 2 minus x equal 1. Remember, if you have cos square theta is the same thing having cos theta power 2. Okay, now we can because we see we have a quadratic function, so I mean the highest power is 2, we can move all the terms in one side and make it equal to 0. So if we subtract 1 both sides, we can make the equation equal to 0. 2x squared minus x minus 1 equal to 0. Now with a quadratic equation, there are different methods that you can use to solve quadratic equations. You can use completing the square, you can use zero factor property, or you can use quadratic formula. So if I use the quadratic formula to solve these equations, quadratic formula, what the quadratic formula says, we can find the two values of x by using this formula: minus b plus n minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, remember that's the square root, over 2a. Looking at my equations here, I can say that a is 2, b is -1, and c is -1. So by substitute everything in the formula, I have x equal minus -1 plus square root of -1 square minus 4 times 2 times -1 over 2a. 2a, 2 times 2. Now, we can continue by doing x equal negative gives me plus 1 plus n minus square roots of 1, because -1 square is 1. 2 negative gives us positive. 4 times 2 times 1 gives us 8 over 4. So we're going to have 1 plus n minus square roots of 9 over 4. We end up having x equal 1 plus n minus 3 over 4. Now the plus and minus, that means we have two values for x. We can use the first one, x equal 1 plus 3 over 4. That would be 4 over 4 equal 1. And x equal 1 minus 3 over 4. That gives us -2/4. When we simplify, is 1/2. Now, as you can see, x has two values. X has a value that is 1, and x has a value that is -1. So x for us is -1/2 and 1. So those are the two values for f. Remember, recall that we set cos theta to be x. So it's the same thing now, writing that cos theta equal -1/2 and 1. Where around the unit circle, I'm going to put the unit circle here for you to see. Let me copy it, and you can pause the video to look what I'm doing. If I make the unit circle very small and put it right here so you can see, I don't know if you can see it here. This is the unit circle, right? Our unit circle is right here. Okay, now what you need to see, where around the unit circle you can say that cos equal negative 1/2. Remember, let's go with one first. Remember, the first coordinate is usually cos, and the second coordinate is sine. So for which angle that cos is equal 1? You can see x equal 1 two places, all right? X equal 1, I mean cosine is equal 1 is here, and yep, the same place, because that's the only place that cosinus would be equal 1. And because we need to solve the equations for theta, when theta is between from 0 to 2 pi, remember one revolution, the whole circle is 2 pi. That means when you start at 0 here, going counterclockwise, you come back at 2 pi. So remember that is 2 pi though. So theta would be equal to 0 and 2 pi. Now that's for when it's equal to 1. Remember, we're doing it when it equals to 1. Now the next step is to identify for which angle cosinus equal to negative 1. Remember, cosinus can be negative in only quadrant 2 and 3 because that's where x is negative. X is negative in quadrant 2 and 3. So you would identify cosinus negative 1 for 2 pi over 3, and cosinus equal negative 1 for 4 pi over 3. So we would conclude here the other angles when you solve it, that would be 2 pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. So this is the final answer. That's what we were looking for when they ask you to solve a trigonometric equations. We need to identify for which angle cos or sine equals that value. Because we do it for only 2 pi for one revolutions, we need to stick with these answers only. If they were asking us to solve the equation for theta between 0 and pi, remember 0 and pi, that means we would include only first quadrant and second quadrant, then we would only take 0 and 2 pi over 3. But because it acts as 0 to 2 pi, so we need to take all 4 quadrants and identify everywhere cosinus equal negative 1/2 and also cosinus equal 1. So hopefully this video will help you to solve more equations, more trigonometric equations. Stay connected with us for more videos. So don't forget to subscribe. Have a good day.